Thanks, Taylor.
What's up, everybody? We are back for round 2 here at Bridgeport, Texas. Can't see my screen. Ah, there you are.
Yeah,
all right.
We're there. Showing some love.
I gave you guys a rundown before our break, but in case you weren't here for that, let me just go ahead and do that again for you. We had our UTV youth class with Clara Hoback, Gatlin Wills. Clara had the fastest time with a 50.7 and Gatlin with a 51.4. Then we had UTV Bounty, Dan Carter, the only one to complete the hill with a 55. Tyler Bradley is broke, and I've heard that he's done for the day. Joshua Allman, I'm not sure about. We'll see if he comes back out for round 2. And then in the bouncer class, Tim Cameron had the fastest time with a 33.7. Wade Good with a 34.7. Brandon Davis with a 39. Daniel Heckley, 41.1. Justin Wills, 41.9. And Jack Porter with a 46. And then Kenneth, Jay, and Matt were DNFs. I'm sorry, Matt. We hate it for you. We hate it for everybody that broke out here today.
And it just sucks to drive this far.
It does.
Have a 16-hour drive and then break.
Eat your cookie. It'll make you feel better.
I did. I ate pretty much a half a batch of Girl Scout
All
cookies.
right. Yeah, that always helps.
It does. It does. Thin mints, you know. Little coconut cookie, you know.
Those Samoas, that's where it's at.
It was.
Samoa will make you feel better.
She saved me some. She said, Matt, I got some for you. Pulled them out of the fridge.
Crystal?
Yep, she took care of me.
All right, we are going to start back with our UTV youth class for round 2. I also want to give a shout out to our drone pilots this weekend, helping bring you guys a great aerial view. There's, for example, what's on your screen right now. Cruz, Josh, and Zach with 7 FPV. So we're glad to have them out here bringing us some great footage this weekend.
We got Gatlin Wills in line, daughter of Justin Wills. Again, they're coming from a 22-hour drive, something like that, from South Carolina.
From North Carolina.
North Carolina? Yeah. I say literally they're heading from the coast. Like they're ocean to Texas, essentially, was their drive. So I can't really whine too much about my drive because they're like, yeah, just tack on like 8 more hours. I'm like, oh, solid. Cool.
Yeah, that's rough. And we're glad to have everybody out here this weekend that was able to put in the time and make that drive. We know this one's a long ways away, but it's a fun way to start the season out here this weekend. We're definitely enjoying the sunshine, and we're enjoying having our 2 new classes that we added for this year, the UTV youth class that you're seeing right now, Gatlin out there running her 2nd course, and then we also had our VIN class yesterday. One other difference for the season if you're an RC driver is that we have split that into the metal and plastic classes as well. So that is new for 2022.
Oh, coming through the finish line.
All right, let's see what her time is. 50.306. She was able to shave some time off.
Yeah.
She had a 51.4 on her first lap, and now a 50.3. So well done, Gatlin.
And that is our fastest time on this course today for our youth class. Again, I like that our youth class currently is 2 ladies, 2 drivers that are ladies. That's kind of fun.
We've got Clara Hoback should be coming up to the line next. Today is her first time ever racing. She is 6 years old. I'm not sure how old Gatlin is. She's probably somewhere around like 8, maybe?
8 to 10 range, I would say. I have 6 nieces and nephews, so I'm pretty good at guessing ages. So shout out to all my nieces and nephews. I'm sure a bunch of them are watching. Probably putting some Lego sets together. Watching Uncle Matt on TV.
Matt, I saw on your driver spec card that one of your hobbies is Legos.
I have a decent
collecting
collection.
Legos. Yeah. And then Taylor was like, yeah, Legos are awesome. And then Dylan heard us talking about it, D-Pats, and he was like, yeah, Lego.
Yeah, really.
Like, there's such a sense of accomplishment when you put together a
Yes.
So, fun fact for you guys. Apparently, all the fellas of the
production
NRRA
crew.
are Lego fans.
Yeah.
All right, this is Clara Hoback on the line. Clara had a 50.7 on her first lap.
Chip McLaughlin's down there watching. He is one of the guys who helped design the course this week. Again, part of that Rufus Racing crew. I know they do a ton of Ultra 4 stuff. Chip was in co-drive for side-by-sides and then drove in the 4400 class. So he got plenty of seat time in out there. Oh, getting a little – that bump is kind of rough.
Stay with it, Clara. Those things are so cute.
They are.
So the youth class – uh-oh.
She might She might be off course a little bit.
She's definitely off course.
Justin's running over there like, no, you got to go that way. Bless his heart. It's so cute. Again, she's 6 years old, so such a little guy.
Yes, this is her first time racing out here this weekend. There she goes. She's getting back on track. So the youth class is meant for 170s and 200s.
Yep.
Clara actually had her choice of both. I rode out here with her dad, Justin, yesterday. So he found the 170 local.
Yeah.
Let me get her time. 67.409. Clara had a little bit of a hang-up getting off course there, but glad to see her be able to finish. But anyway, the day after he bought the 170, the dealership or whoever he was getting the 200 from called and said, it'll be in next week.
You're like, okay, all right, whatever. We got a little bit of both.
So.
Okay.
So she was excited for her first race today. She had that pink fire suit on this morning, looking real cute out there. But she had a serious face, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
I'm sure.
She meant business. So good job, girls. That was Gatlin and Clara in our UTV youth class, first ever race for the season. And Gatlin did have the fastest time on course number 2 there with a 50.3, and Clara had a 67.4. We are going to go on to UTV Bounty in just a second.
So the youth class, since we only had 2 racers, Clara and Gatlin, both of them took a first place and both took a second place. So the points would be this, like Gatlin had a little bit faster time by combined times. So Gatlin,
I think that turnaround cost Clara. But, man, to be 6 years old
and out there racing
and come out and race,
I hear you.
Good for them.
So Gatlin will take away first for today. Clara taking away second. But again, both of them had a first and a second on the courses. So you have to, and being 6, I'm sure has to feel a little bit accomplished when you're out here at 6 years old racing with the big boys. So that's pretty awesome. So again, they pull away with a first and a second today. Happy for them. Again, both ladies driving. That's kind of exciting to see.
I like having these new classes this season that we've talked about, the youth class, the VIN class, and how much it's exciting to see what that does for the season and how both of those classes grow and bring in new people to the series.
And I'm excited to see how they evolve through the season too. I think they're gonna definitely gonna grow. I think we'll see some fun things out of that before it's all done with. Yeah.
All right, so we're listening to the radios right now on our headsets. Zach is saying something right now.
So apparently Ford Play broke a link bar or something. They took and welded it back together, but it's just tack welded back together. So he's going to come up and break the beam and attempt to the course. That way he can get his 10 points in. So he's going to try to get some points out of the win. Again, like I said, coming all this way, you want to get as many points as you can. So
does that mean, Taylor, that we are done with UTV Bounty? Is Josh out? Okay. Yeah, that should be Dan, right? Or is Josh still in? What color is it?
All right.
There we go. That would be Joshua. Excuse me. Joshua Allman, and then we still have Dan Carter in UTV Bounty as well. They started talking about Ford Play, and then I got confused. I thought we were skipping our Bounty drivers.
I know we have Tyler Bradley, I believe, is broke.
Yes. All right, so Dan Carter was the only one of our 3 UTV Bounty drivers to make the hill.
And this is Josh Allman. He's getting ready to take off our line. On the second course, I originally thought I was going to be first, so I went and looked at the second course quite a bit last night. And there is a steep, about a 6-foot tall, straight up and down dirt wall that they're going to have to climb. So I think this is gonna give him some trouble in the side-by-side. And last year, we all remember Timmy rolled over on it's the exact same corner Timmy rolled over on last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago. And
time flies, man.
They kind of took an excavator and cut it out there, so you can't kind of side skirt that high bank oval essentially how they did last year. So we'll see how it goes. Again, the first course wasn't too bad. Second course will be.
There's that one of those step ups.
Land on your wheels.
Oh man.
Man, that stinks.
He's pulling a Jay Storts.
Yeah.
Is that too soon?
No.
Too soon, Jay?
Yeah, he was getting with it. Again, being that Tyler Bradley's broke and Josh Allman DNF'd on this course, it looks like
looking good for Dan Carter.
Dan Carter, I think, since he's the one with the completed course day, is automatically going to be our winner for today.
And Josh, before he gets off the screen here, he has some sponsors he wanted to thank. N4 Performance, Missouri Mutters, Ride Epic, Super ATV, MRT Tires, Burrington Wire Systems, Kryptonite Products, Sandcraft RCR, Hail Strategies LLC, Sticker Creek Graphics, and Raceline Wheels. Glad to have him out here racing with us this season, and he is signed up as a season driver, so
okay.
I think we'll be seeing more of him.
Seeing plenty of him this season, I'm sure. Again, I've seen most of his family down there hanging out with him, so that's kind of cool. Looks like they're trying to get Dan and Man Carter lined up down there.
Now, Dan could just attempt the hill.
Technically, yeah.
Or not even attempt the hill.
Well, I say technically he could drive off because of the 10 points and 10 points. That's 20. Being that he finished, got first, that's 50. So he technically could drive off and not even have to attempt this course, not even break the beam, and already ended up with a win for the day. However, the more points you accumulate now, which help you at the end of the season.
Add up for the rest of the season for him.
So definitely want to at least attempt the course, and then not only attempt the course, but if you can finish it again, I can put him almost an 80-point lead for coming out of the first race of the season, which – again, if he could do well, that's a hard way to catch back up to an 80-point lead.
But for this race, this is like I remember in college whenever they would let you drop a test score.
Yep.
And I had great grades up until that last one, and I was like, so I can just not take this, right?
Yes.
And it won't matter.
Yes. I had some classes
This is
like
what
that.
I always think of when there's this situation. Of course, if you've got a mind towards the rest of the season, you want to get those points. But just for this race, this is definitely a moment where it's like, so I don't have to take this final, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This is going to drop.
It's kind of neat Dan's in that position to be where, like I said, he could literally just go pack up and leave right now and still take first for the
Did
day.
anybody else do that in college?
Oh, yeah. I had some classes that way that you could drop your lowest test score. Usually it was like my first test I had to drop, and then I had to work really hard the next semester.
You did it the opposite way.
Mine was usually like, oh, man, I should have stayed a little harder for that one. Guess we're going to use our drop.
Surprise.
Here we go.
There is Dan. Looks like he's going for it. Shout out again to the fellows from 7FPV, our drone pilots this weekend, Cruz, Josh, and Zach. This is definitely a course where having a drone view is almost crucial, really, the way that we're at the top of the hill. The course is long at the bottom, so trying to set up cameras on all that it definitely would not be the same as it is with the drones.
Yeah.
So glad to have those guys out here with us this weekend. All right, Dan. You know what? We get to see Dan on a Bounty podium again. That's exciting.
Yeah, Dan always puts exciting runs in.
Can you see the screen with your sunglasses on?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Jumping up. He jumped out of there. Again, some of those ledges are pretty rough. Again, for a side-by-side, so looks like he kind of side-skirted those tires. Yeah. I'm
not going to get stuck on those.
Yeah. Again, now this is just a very long, big climb.
So as awesome as the drone footage is, it actually makes it a little harder to realize how big those ledges are and how steep the hill is. But that was a good shot for you to get a better idea. Come on, Dan.
Come on, Dan.
Not right there.
So close. Again, it's like a straight up and down ledge right there. Like the last 3 feet is pretty much just straight up and down. So hopefully
the last 8 feet is pretty much straight up and down. Brandon Davis was climbing up it during our break. He was looking around and he ended up coming up the top of the hill. He made it, but I mean it was a scramble.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was like, you need some help? we don't need another Zach episode.
Yes.
But Brandon's a mountain goat.
Come on, get up there. Get up there.
Come on, Dan.
Come on. Oh.
Dan, you be a mountain goat, too.
Yes. Back all the way down.
Channel your inner mountain goat.
Oh.
Oh, Dan.
Land on your wheels. Land on your wheels.
Okay, wait.
There we
it is.
go. Yes.
Stuck the landing.
Woo! Yes. That is awesome. Dude, that is awesome. My man. And hopefully right there we'll give him a much better run at it.
Hey, that was just his way of getting to the bottom of the hill
like, hey,
so he can start again. Yeah.
Come on, get
no
up
big
there.
deal.
I mean, you literally, I don't think it's front end spin.
Nope. Shoot.
Man. Yeah, I think he's going to pull off. That stinks.
You can see how big that hill really is, too, when you got a little side-by-side sitting on it up there. Looking like a toy. Well, that was a great try from Dan, and you know what? Because of his first run and being the only one to make it, it's still going to be a good day for him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's still going to up on that podium spot, which is important.
Charles, we are going to run RCs right after we're done with bouncers on Hill 2. Not sure if we are going to be live for that. I don't think we are.
We're not. They're going to record it though, so they can air it later on.
They're going to be a little too far away down there at the bottom of the hill. But yes, we do have metal and plastic class now in the RC series. Something a little new for this season. And I think we have a lot, like 40 drivers or something, 40 signed up for RC. So they will be having some fun once we are done running the bouncers.
I said Charles Chris is in here. Aboard Jonathan Wright, Black Dog Photography.
What's up, Jonathan?
Jumping in there.
All right. Speaking of bouncers, we let's see how many. Jay's gonna break the beam. Matt, you're out.
Yep. But I can go. I told Clyde, I said I can go break the beam and unload the bouncer and take it down there. But I said I don't want to stop production. He said that's fine. He said we'll count it. That's okay. I mean, I roared up here like drifting around the corners because one tire wasn't pulling. So I'd gas it and it turned sideways. I let off the brake. I let off the gas and it would like spin back. I felt like I was a dirt track guy. It was a great way to get some frustration out as I was driving back up here.
I'm thinking Kenneth should have been able to get his belt back on.
He was wearing it when he walked up to help me get all buckled in.
I think everybody else is still in. This is Wade Good on the line in Misfit.
And again, he had the second fastest time, literally 9/10 of a second right behind Timmy on the first run. Oh, get a little squirrely on the course there. He's going to try to come out and really set it on fire. Again, trying to get up on that podium for today. So he wants to be careful, be smart. Heading down. Again, this turn right here is where Timmy rolled over 2 years ago. Again, they're kind of side skirting a little bit. Again, see what he can do here.
In Wade, we are not used to seeing in a big bouncer. Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, and then you see like hundreds of
Throw
camera guys.
a little dust up here.
There you see.
40.457, round 2 for Wade.
Again, pulling back up here. All good racing.
And on Wade's behalf, shout out to Chris Hickman.
Yeah, he always thanks Chris Hickman a lot.
I think Wade just parked over there. We might be able to get him up here.
I'll say after they finish, I think we're going to have all the drivers park up here, so hopefully we can snag a couple of them for interviews.
Aha. They can't get away that easy.
Kenneth Cozy on the line. Again, he's running a rental today.
Wow, this sun is strong.
It's getting warm. I'm sitting here in all black. So
back of my neck is going to get toasted.
Pretty warm.
We can't complain about sun in February, though.
Yeah,
we love it. We're glad for it.
I drove through an ice storm on the way here, so I'm not whining.
I'll take all the sun.
Yeah, I'll take all the sun.
Hi, you want to come talk to us?
What's up, buddy?
Good. So I was hoping you would say that. We got you a headset and everything. Yeah, you can pull that up here.
What's up, dog? Yeah.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun to watch.
So, how you been?
Been working on buggies all winter.
I see.
New buggies, old buggies, somebody else's buggy.
So, how does it feel going from a little bouncer to a big bouncer?
It's a big difference.
Yeah?
You ain't got to worry about as much rocks and stuff. But I've raced it a few times, but I'm still trying to get the hang of it.
Yeah. You had our second fastest time. You were almost 1 second behind Timmy. So that's, if you're knocking on Timmy's door.
Pretty much 1 second exactly. You
Yeah.
were 34.7 and he was 33.7. So
So
pretty happy with that. Two good runs.
A second behind Timmy out of a 40-second run. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, that's good. I had a bobble down there on this second run. So
That
then
corner hung up a little bit on the
yeah,
corner.
I got on 2 wheels, but
Yeah.
I just stayed in it, went wide, and I pushed a little harder than I was going to in other places to try to make up for it, so maybe it won't affect me too much.
Yeah.
what was your thinking in going from UTV class to bouncer? Are you racing solely bouncer this season? Are you
so-
going to be in bounty at all, or
So far, just
kinda
bouncing.
see what happens?
Yeah, I sold my old buggy last year.
yeah?
So we'll see. I might get something else. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know me and Chris.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
So
I said you guys have been teamed up for a while now.
yeah, going on. This is our second full year. So we started in 2020, I think, halfway through 2020. or
Yeah.
so.
What's the biggest difference so far you've seen with going from a side-by-side to a big bouncer?
There's no limp mode.
Yeah.
That was
No
my
limp
biggest. That
mode.
was my
True.
biggest thing. Like a razor, you can look over as much as you want to, but one little sensor, one little wire,
Yeah.
one little bounce, and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big buggy, you gotta do something major to make it not run.
Yeah.
That's
So-
true. That's true.
I like that a lot, knowing it's gonna run.
Yeah.
And that buggy's really comfortable. I mean, people say it's old and ragged out and
Yeah.
can't do no good in it, so we're going to see what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. I said it looked like it had a good time today. So far, you're our first bouncer
Can't
run.
do no
so
good in it.
Set
what
a
they
pretty
say.
good
That's
time.
just rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
You are going to do some good in it.
So, getting rear steer in 2 weeks, so
'Kay.
that'll help a lot.
Hey,
and,
there you go.
See what we can do.
Have you had a buggy with your steer before?
No,
No. Solid. Cool.
never.
It's fun. You'll like it.
I'll drive it through the yard and
Yeah.
go to Windrock.
Get it figured
I'll
out.
be at
Yeah.
Windrock with it. So.
Drive it through the yard. Get it on. All right.
Actually, I won't even drive it to the yard because I got to pick it up Friday before the race.
Oh wow.
I'll drive it at the parking lot.
So you figured out. Yeah.
That's all you need. Do you have anyone you want to give a shout out to, or anything you want people to know out there?
It's Chris and Heidi, everybody that helps me. We ain't got a whole lot of sponsors on the big buggy yet, but hopefully we do. And my wife back home, and we got some family stuff going on, so I got to hurry up and get back.
Yeah.
Hope everything's good. So
Priorities.
Yeah.
Yep.
she let me come this weekend, so thank her for that.
Yeah.
She was watching. I saw her checking in earlier.
Hopefully
Um,
everything okay and get back home and be ready
Yeah.
for next weekend.
So I noticed the side of your panels are pretty empty. Like there's a lot of real estate there.
Yeah.
So are you saying you wouldn't mind having some sponsor names
Hey, we'll
filling
take
up those
anybody,
panels?
anything
All
else.
right, there you go. There you go.
We got a few that
He's on the hunt.
We're doing a wrap, so we got a little bit of time before we come up with something. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't turn nobody down anything else, especially driving 14 hours here,
Yeah.
14
Oh, man,
hours
yeah.
home, 10 hours to
Yep.
Oklahoma next weekend. So
Yep. It's a commitment to
Yeah.
be
A
in
lot
it
of
for
driving.
the points
Yeah.
chase for the season. You know,
we're
so
we're racing every series, every race.
that's a
So,
lot.
well,
That is a lot of racing.
we're gonna go for some championships. See what we can do.
Yeah.
First year in the big buggy.
And if nothing
So-
else, just by racing that many weekends, it'll help you get more dialed in with the buggy.
Oh yeah,
so.
I'm already way more comfortable in it than I was 2 weekends
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Yeah. Again, having the second fastest time on Hill 1 definitely.
yeah, with a few bobbles, I overjumped that.
Little
whatever
bit.
whatever Jay did.
a little
I almost did what he did. So
we saw.
Oh, poor
Little-
Jay.
little
I feel
squirrely.
bad for him, but
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
he'll be fine. He's tough.
He is, and he was kind of up
It's
here
not.
laughing.
It's not his first
Yeah.
gymnastics move
Yeah.
out there. So
Yeah.
I was saying we need to make some new award. I had people giving me some ideas, names for it. I don't know, the rollover award, the gymnastics, something or other.
Jay would get that.
Best in show. I don't know. Something we need to come up with. Jay is definitely top contender
Yeah.
right now for
Yeah,
that. But.
definitely.
All right, Wade. We're gonna get back to who we have on the line. Kenneth Cozine on the lines. You're welcome to stay up here and watch with us.
That's my backup buggy.
Taking off.
We've been talking about how so many drivers are in new to them.
Yeah.
You know, just been swapping buggies coming into the season.
Yeah.
So it's
His
fun
wasn't
to see
done.
everybody in something.
Yeah, and he let me
Different.
drive his last year. So
That's
I
awesome.
I told him I would look. He flung a belt again. I think
Man.
I
Man.
haven't drove that since I got it from Shelby at all. He's drove it more than I have the
Really?
2 times. Yeah. So I hate it for him, but he said he was coming either way, and he appreciated the opportunity. So as long as he's not mad, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
All right, I want to know who named that thing Karma, though, because it's not looking so good.
Yeah.
Shelby. There's a long story behind that.
These 2 runs. Shelby, what did you do?
But
Because right now it's bad karma. It's not good karma.
You hate to see a guy drive that far, and something simple as slinging a belt.
Especially Kenneth, man, he'd do anything for anyone.
Yeah.
So I hate that, but we'll get it fixed. He'll be all right.
Is he planning to be back in Bad Donkey?
Yeah, it should have been done today or tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be fine. But thank y'all.
You're welcome.
It's been
All
fun.
right, thanks, Wade.
I got to get home.
Yeah.
Drive safe. Greg says King Flipper.
Yes.
That could be
the King Flipper.
Yeah, we have a lot of good name suggestions here. We're gonna have to work. We're gonna have to figure that out. All right, looks like Jay is at least gonna break the beam and then possibly go from there.
Yeah.
Like, we're all gonna find out together. So he did break. What, a link arm they had to? Did they weld it? Was Zach saying they were welding it?
They did weld it, but it's just a tack weld.
Okay.
So it's held in place, but it's not like welded. So
yeah. It's like a we'll see what happens weld.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna just attempt the course at this point.
Okay.
By that a couple hard ledges, I don't know if he would. I don't know if he's gonna really give it a. Be gentle. Give it a college try, maybe. We'll see.
Taylor says just call it the Ricky Bobby Award.
Yes, that would work.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely taking it easy. Gonna get points for that attempt at the very least. It's 10 points for attempting the hill or the course. 5 points just to roll up and break the beam. So he's gonna get his 10 points at least.
Getting out there, get some screen time on there.
You can see some of our group of spectators down there. We haven't gotten to see too many of them. Matt and I are up at the very top of the hill. All the pits and all the spectating areas down at the bottom. So we haven't gotten to go down and be part of that yet.
We'll see what he's going to do here. Again, like I said, if he can get all the way to the base of the hill and just, keep that weld on there, they have just like a baby tack is what he said. So
a baby tack.
So, again, just trying to keep the buggy together, try to get a finish out of this. I mean,
he made it through that SCS section.
Once he broke the beam, that's an automatic 5 points. After he basically went over a hill or so, that was his quote-unquote attempt the course. And then, so that would be automatic 10 points. I see him backing up. He might be going ahead and back off the course. Yeah, it looks like he's going to back off the course, I think. So, again, now he'll get 10 points for attempting the course, which is, always great to see, because those 10 points might become very valuable later in the season if somebody else has a DNF. So you
never know.
10 points can be very, very valuable. Again, we saw, I think, from 3rd place to 5th place, it was only separated by a few points at the end of the season. So hey, ask Clyde if I need to take mine down there. Ask Clyde if I need to attempt the course. Okay. Zach.
Who needs a jump?
I think he said Brandon. Brandon? We're seeing Brandon needs a sit there, making him and Jack and Timmy over there trying to make some adjustments. So maybe they wired something and kept the battery on and not ran the battery down.
Jack's
Porter.
going to pull up to the line in the meantime.
He does. He does. And I'll tell you what, even Venom, he was backing it out of the trailer.
Watched it.
He's pretty
Venom
ornery.
lopes like a mega truck,
It
though.
does. It was
it's so loud.
It sounded incredible. Obviously, being inside of an enclosed trailer, it's going to echo a whole lot more, but it just sounded really incredible.
We were in the media house, Tiffany and I, at finals, and we were like, did the mega trucks get here already? Because, they were going to be part of the weekend, too. They were like, no, that's just Jack pulling Venom off the trailer. Is needing a little help with menace right now. Yeah. And Jack is ready to go. In Liberty 2.
Yep.
Speaking of those RII boxes, I went over our safety requirements and mentioned our new checklist and everything a little bit earlier while you were down there, Matt. Yep. I did not specifically mention the boxes. So after Jack's run, Matt, you can tell us about how y'all all tested those at the driver's meeting this morning.
Yeah. It was actually kind of fun.
Come on, Jack. Jack attack.
It's interesting to see how fast they kill the buggy.
Whoa, whoa, Jack.
Getting squirrely. He's channeling his inner Danny Smith there. He's, getting a little squirrely. Danny's always kind of fast and loose on the course.
Whoa, he almost channeled his inner Matt Holt there. Was that too soon?
Too soon.
I'm sorry.
Too soon.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna hammer down now. Whoa! No! Oh, man!
Oh, he didn't even make it to the finish line.
Dang it.
Jack!
Throw
your helmet. Something.
He came out squirrely. Launched out the top on 2 wheels.
Well, I'm glad he did that at the top of the hill and not all the way back down the hill. I think we've got enough people up here to just
that's a great view too. Yeah.
lift this thing up and back over. Yep. Push.
Come on. And again, just a little squirrely. You have to make a little bit of a turn to your right there, so a little bit of turn past the passenger side to go through that. And again, you can see the checkered flag there on your screen.
I know, he's so close.
So close. And he was literally 20 feet, 30 feet from the finish line. Man.
He's not even going to bother going through the finish line now.
Just driving by. Man. And the buggy doesn't even look dirty. That's the best part. He's driving by. Doesn't even look dirty. That's a good time.
Oh, Jack.
Man.
Well, again, I'm just glad he did that at the top of the hill.
Yes. Instead of rolling all the way back down. Man. So at this point, we've had 4 DNFs on the second course already. And it was like all weird stuff.
4? Yeah, I wasn't going to count you down.
I told Clyde I'd go fire up the buggy and we could stop production. He said, don't worry about it. It's okay. He heard me screaming back to the trailer in the buggy. He's like, I know it still runs. I broke a front axle. I'm not sure exactly what I broke in the front axle. I don't know if it's a diff or I have a spool in the front Dana 60. So I either broke a spool or an axle shaft. So we'll get it home, tear it apart, and get it put back together. So we'll figure out what exactly we broke when we get home. I run RCV, their Dana 60 RCV. It's their 30-35 spline, and it's the 300M shaft, so they're pretty much bulletproof shafts, but we do tend to put a lot of abuse on our stuff.
Strongest axles on the planet.
It is, and we put a lot of abuse on ours at finals.
Just a little.
At finals, I got a little frustrated and maybe put a little more abuse on them probably
what?
than I should. It was the last race of the season. You got to kind of let it, go for the gusto at that point. Me too. It was a lot of fun, and that last one was a lot of fun. So
just for your own satisfaction, if nothing else.
Yeah, and that. Honestly, I was racing just that weekend, just for me. Like granted, it's always nice to be in the point hunt.
Sometimes that's how it is.
Finished 14th for the season, but you really wanted to get out there and get some points on the board. But it was.
All right, Barry is asking what was Wade Good's time sitting at the table with us.
What's up, buddy?
What's that?
That was a little wild. Let's watch Justin's run real quick, and then we're gonna talk about what you just did, Jack. All right, Justin with Digging Deeper Racing. His daughter Gatlin was one of those in the UTV youth class.
Yes.
Earlier.
And very fierce competitor.
She is. She's got big old personality.
She does. Again, we saw Justin doing some on his social medias, doing some testing and tuning this week. Doing some shock tuning.
Oh.
He was trying to get it, make sure it's all dialed in, ready to go.
He is tearing through this course.
He is.
Jack, we always try and tell everybody, as awesome of a view as the drone footage is. And glad to have all that out there. It just doesn't really do justice to how steep it is and how those step up and ledges are at the bottom. 42.077 for Justin. So, Jack, tell us about that and about how the course felt, and also how it was being not being in Venom this time.
Yeah,
being in Liberty too.
The first time ever driving this buggy. And I didn't do as good as I was hoping to do. But
you made it to the top both times.
Yeah.
I did make it to the top, and that time I was seeing the finish line. I just couldn't make it to it.
Yeah, you literally bicycled a wheelie out the top. You just launched out. It was pretty epic. I
Look,
mean,
we're glad that you did that at the top of
Yes.
the hill and not like back down the hill. So.
Well, Danny just put a new pulley on it, and it was, I guess the belt was slipping pretty much the whole way up the hill, and I was fighting the steering wheel pretty much up it. And it put me a little further left, and I was trying to go.
So it's his fault.
No, it's not his fault.
He sabotaged.
he's not here. We can blame Danny, you know?
No, I can't blame Danny. Danny was a good enough person to let me borrow his
That's
buggy
right.
that weekend.
Yeah, that's
Mine's
true.
not together.
Yep.
And try to push mine towards the level that buggy is.
How did it feel being in something a little different, handling stuff?
It was definitely a completely different buggy than mine. The shock tuning's pretty much dead on.
Yeah.
At it and just powered through the rest of it.
How'd it feel?
Oh, the buggy felt great.
So did you
I'm
tear
just disappointed myself
Venom
from
down?
that. It's not tore down. It's just I've had a lot of work through the winter. Just work.
Yeah.
And ain't really had time or space or money to work on it.
Yeah.
So it's just been kind of sitting in the garage.
That happens.
Maybe this will have the motivation for me to push a little harder to finish it.
Yeah, and again, that had two huge smooth runs there going well. And you could literally see when you landed, they cut to one of the shots up here at top, and you could see the finish line flag right next to the buggy
So
in the
close.
distance. And I was like, he's literally 20, 30 feet
I
away
was
from the finish
literally,
line.
I was on bicycle. I was trying to bicycle it to at least the finish line.
Trying to pull a Bobby Tanner.
Yeah.
I hate that I
Oh.
flipped it over, but at least it was just on dirt.
And
I am too.
so that you had something to race this weekend.
I'll
And
have fun. I'm running down at the bottom.
hey, you sound a little out of breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in shape.
There. Run up and down this hill a few times.
Yeah.
That'll jump start it.
Again, thanks, Danny Smith, for letting Jack borrow your rig, come out and bang around. Danny's usually one of the guys running up and down our hills, helping make sure all our people are safe. If you're, recovery, usually him and Bobby Tanner are usually right there with us. So we miss you, Danny.
Out on the course now.
And we got Jay Storts in the booth with us, watching your son-in-law out there, just tearing up the course.
Hey, Taylor, can you hit that third mic? Thanks.
Yeah, I said.
All right, yeah, let's watch Daniel's run, and then
Yeah.
we'll
Come on,
talk
Dan.
about yours, Jay.
Again,
Attaboy.
I was telling everybody he's going to be the guy to watch. I
Oh,
think,
yeah,
this year.
absolutely. He's a driver.
I said he's a pretty hard,
Yes.
super competitive guy. Now he has a fast and durable rig, so it's going to hold together. So.
All right, that was a 41.210. So right now, Wade's got the fastest time with a 40.4. Then Daniel Heckley now with a 41.2, and Justin Wills with a 42. All right, Jay, we want to hear about your thoughts
Oh, man.
on your first run.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, I don't know. I'm on a mission. I was on a mission this year to finish top 5 in all the series. I just want to push harder, and I just feel like if I'm driving fast, I ain't driving fast enough. I kind of want to drive on edge, but a little too much there. I
It's a
guess
fine balance.
It is.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
mistimed the jump. I let out, and then I stabbed the gas again, but I guess I probably didn't even have to hit the gas again. I'm not used to power like that. Old Trusty back at home, she doesn't have all the power that this Ford buggy has. Ford plays it's mean. It's instant power. You touch
Yeah.
the throttle, and it's there. And I got to find that fine line, get used to it. The buggy works. I've just got to work with the buggy,
Yep.
We broke a few things. Rear steer's messed up. Ripped some metal, broke a weld that holds the trailing arm on. Link bar on.
So the tab on the upper trailing arm.
It's actually not a tab. It was welded. It's kind of a subframe to the chassis there. So, got a few things to. I don't think it's a bad fix now. I really wanted to hit this hill. I wanted to finish first hill, but they come and stop me. But right now, I think it's a fairly simple fix. Probably find some few other things once we're in there. I actually sheared a bolt off of the front steering arm on the passenger side. So we'll see.
Well, the good news
Hopefully.
is we've got another big hill for you to hit at Windrock.
Hey, I'm ready. I'll
Definitely
be
some
ready.
big hills there too.
I'll
Some
be
Tennessee
ready.
hills.
Yep. So
If it makes you feel any better, I am now playing with the idea of creating a whole new award in your honor. You're at the top of the list right now. Everyone is trying to help me decide what to name it. Some sort of like gymnastics, aerial, something award.
Acrobatic.
Fun to watch show. I don't know. We'll see.
I've got best of show the last 2 years and this series and another series, and I'm that's not what I'm going for, guys. I mean, it's cool and everything, but it gets darn expensive, and that's not what I'm going for. I want to get on them boxes.
That's a fun award, but you don't want to have.
Yeah, I'm ready to get on them boxes. So hopefully we get it. I hope we get it back and get it done and get it ready for Mid-America next week. If not, I have Showstopper sitting in the shop, but I just soon stay in this buggy so I get seat time and get ready. I've wanted to attempt the hill for the 10 points instead of just break the timer. So it's a long season. I got a lot of points to make up, and we're going to come after them. So, and I'm not going to quit driving a little radical and fat. I'm going to drive on the edge.
And that buggy's still pretty new to you.
Oh yeah, it is. I got to learn it. I'm still learning. So even when I'm in Showstopper, I'm still learning. You learn something new every time you get in.
Timmy Cameron says there's no seat time, like race seat time. You can,
absolutely.
Everything is coming around faster, so you
and every park and every course is different. I mean, we go from the big hills and the rock garden here, and then we've got the dirt and the mud and more big hills at Windrock and Mid-America. They're all totally different. So it's a lot of terrain and the course style and everything. So
big shout out to everybody at home. I'm coming back with another repair. Get ready, guys. Sorry I do this to you. It seems like week in and week out during race season, but we'll be home early morning. We're going to leave right away, get home. And
how far a drive is it for you guys?
About 11 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, if you drive straight through, about 11 hours. So.
Yep. All right. Well, safe travels. Glad to have you out here this weekend.
All right. Take care.
Thanks, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.
Again, we got Mr. Tim Cameron sitting in line down there. See what he's going to.
All right, Tim Cameron and Tyrant. I want to know if he has like a list of names that he just keeps like secret list, and then he just pulls out whichever one he likes best that season, or if he just lets the buggy, if he just lets it happen naturally. I don't know how he names all of his creations.
Yeah, I don't either. It's kind of curious.
Hey, Taylor.
He always has good. I don't have any power. My laptop died. Yeah, I don't know how he comes up with his names. He always has a good name for his buggies though.
Copy that. So everybody that's watching, what's your favorite Tim Cameron buggy? Either you can just airing it out. What's your favorite name that he's come up with, or just buggy overall? There's plenty to pick from.
Ooh.
All right, guys.
We'll be right back after these messages.
In 2021. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. Announcer, grab yourself some new merch today.
Horsepower and bigger tires. There's only one. Rev it, climb it, and rip it. Knowing your
No matter how big or tough the job gets, Alpha Specialties has the trailer that's right for you at a great price.
Whether you're hauling ATVs, bulldozers, or whatever, Alpha Specialties has a lot full of trailers to fit your needs and an experienced service team that'll never let you down. Alpha Specialties is your one-stop shop for quality trailers, parts, and service.
Now offering customized North Star truck beds starting at $1,700 and Mission Aluminum enclosed trailers with a lifetime warranty. Whatever you're hauling, Alpha Specialties will get you there.
What is up, everybody? We are back. We are done racing.
Justin's been regaling us with travel stories.
Brandon Davis apparently broke his crank pulley, or there's some damage to it, so he's not going to be able to make another run.
All right, Timmy had a 37.838, so that was the fastest time for course 2, and he also had the fastest on course 1.
So he's automatically going to be our winner for the day.
Wade Good also was second fastest for course 2, same as course 1.
So that'll be our second place.
Daniel Heckley then with third place time on course 2, and then Justin Wheels with Daniel had a 41, Justin had a 42. So those are your top 4. Everyone else was DNF, and then Brandon, unfortunately,
6 DNFs on the second course.
I was telling these guys during our commercial break just now, I kind of feel responsible because Brandon and I were chatting during the lunch break about different stuff. You know, felt bad for Kenneth and Matt and everyone had already done Hill 1. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, wait, don't jinx it. I was like, okay, I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
And you hate to see a guy, anybody drive this far. You know, and speaking of driving far, a little disco nap there, hop back in.
Yeah. Make it this year.
Yeah.
But
that's a bit of a drive. Literally, you're going from
specific goals. Are you planning to hit
youth class?
Heck yeah.
And mainly more. We wasn't thinking about racing the whole season, but when they brought on that, we figured we'd hit the whole season and all that.
Yeah.
And she is having a ball, I think.
Oh yeah. Unofficially, I think she got first today.
Yeah, we were looking at the times. Normally, if you have a guy that finished first and second, and then they swap on the second one. Yep. We have to combine the times, and she ended up having the faster time for the day. So, and obviously, she's a fierce competitor.
She is.
She's getting it.
We on the second run, we made them go week and doing a little stuff, and we made a little course, but she's getting better.
That's good.
Well, hey, we were talking about. I know Clara is 6, and you said Gatlin's almost 11.
Yeah, she's turning 11 on Monday.
To get out and do any kind of racing at those ages, I mean, good for them. I know they're having fun out there, so we're glad to see them out here. I think the youth class is going to be fun this season. I think we'll pull in some more.
And I think Windrock, a bunch will show up to Windrock.
And Clyde said last night when we were at dinner, he said, my phone is blowing up with people asking me questions about the youth class.
That's awesome.
He said, I think we're going to have a lot of people there, which is super fun to see. Again, those little 170s getting out.
Yeah.
Anytime you can see the kids getting out and being competitive, it really is kind of neat, because we were all there not that long ago, getting out and being fierce competitors, even if you're racing a 170, but it's super cute to watch them too. So
definitely.
Justin, we're going to get Daniel up here, but before you go, you want to give a shout-out, or you have anything else you want everyone watching to know?
Our main sponsor coming on this year is East Coast Tire and Wheel. They're a big distributor on East Coast, and they're based out of right where we are.
That's handy.
With all the shipping and as it gets unloaded off the dock, which, has probably been in port for months. But soon, so that's my big sponsor this year, and we'll go from there. Other than, of course, digging deeper.
Oh yeah,
always got to be drilling. But so that's what we're doing this year. We're going to try and hit all the races and get us another at least top 5. But this year I'm trying to get a trophy.
Yeah,
I didn't get no trophy last year.
Yeah,
we had a
take
trophy
some of that hardware home.
Where did
I moved it.
Okay.
It's on the ground.
Yeah. Well, we have some cool looking trophies this year.
Yeah.
I think our trophies are always cool, but they're a little different.
Kind of starting to change them up a little bit, so it's kind of cool.
So I hope you end up with one of them. Glad to see you guys out here in Texas, and we'll be watching for you the rest in it. So if you have any questions.
Looking you up all weekend saying you are the driver to watch this season.
I hope so. I got a buggy, and I don't have no excuses this year. It's pretty bad. So
we talked a little bit about the handling and how this compares to the other buggy. Why don't you let everybody know, kind of tell them some things you've noticed about this one that maybe the other one didn't have or are different.
Way more power, and it's smooth and way better than smoked out. I can't down that buggy. That buggy's done a lot of good for me too, but this buggy is something else. When I get a little bit more time in it, go like crazy. So
what are the
seat in there, because obviously Timmy's way smaller than me, so
he's a little guy.
We had to do that, and then I ended up went to Moonlight for a bounty hill and ended up busting a hole in my oil pan, so we had to get that fixed and a few other minor things, and I think we got it. I think we're good, and we're ready to rock and roll the rest of the season, and I'm really looking forward to this year. Like, I'm ready to race every weekend. I'm going to try to make a lot of races this year, so
good.
It'll be pretty good.
Yeah, nice. Again, like the more seat time you get in that buggy, the more dialed in it can become.
That's right. I want to get a good feel for it to where I can just drive the wheels off of it.
Yeah, I think you're going to be pretty surgical by the end of the season with that buggy.
I hope you're right. That's the plan. That definitely is the plan. So
call him Dr. Daniel by the end of this year.
Yeah, for real.
I want to thank my wife, though, but this is a 10.5-hour drive for us. So her and my kids and everybody that supports me and Custom Differentials and Chris Winchell, Ben Duval with Duval's Diesels, and Denny Schischler. Them guys literally keep my buggy together. If I break, they'll be working on it the next day. So I can make all these races. So I really want to give a shout out to all them guys. I appreciate everything they do for me. So
yeah,
so
it helps a lot to have a team behind you, especially when you're racing, back-to-back weekends, or it's just racing the whole season.
It's crazy.
It's a lot. It's a commitment.
It's all week stuff, cranking on bolts and everything else to get the buggy in shape to leave Thursday or Friday for a race.
Well, and everybody has a regular life too in the midst of all that. I know sometimes maybe if all you've ever watched is the live feed, you maybe have a skewed perspective, or you just don't know the drivers in person, so you don't even think about that. But you've got work and you've got family. Yeah. We all do, and then it's hustle up and get it done and get on the road.
It's
so
tough,
race.
but my family loves it, and that makes everything weight me.
Yeah.
So.
And the whole Perryville Mafia crew. I said,
race, we try to go together, and if anything happens, we're by each other's side. So
yeah.
So
it's fun. It's more fun when you can when you've got your family or friends at least. Right. You got your tribe with you.
Yep.
So. Well, cool. You got anything before we wrap up? Anything else you want to let people know?
Nope, just a good day. So
I
appreciate it, guys.
Have
a good day. Bye.
All right, everybody. That is it for this weekend. Thanks for joining us here on Hillside Live. We will be back March 4th and 5th in
2 weeks
for the next race at Windrock. That is in Oliver Springs, Tennessee.
Yes.
I almost said Olive Branch.
Yes.
That's where Jack lives. Yes. Oliver Springs, Tennessee. So Windrock, we will see you guys there. We'll be back with all the same classes, all the action. I think we're going to have a lot more drivers on our list, too, for this, a lot closer to home for many of them.
I think our VIN class is going to jump up a bunch, too.
Yes,
I'm excited.
And the youth class. I think all of them.
Yes.
It's going to be a good time. So we'll see you guys then, March 4th and 5th. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, in.